Welcome to Slow News Day with Kevin Clark. I'm Kevin Clark. I got a tweet the other day that said that we shouldn't know, us as the punditry should not be joking about Sam Darnold's mono because mono is a serious condition. That request has been denied. It's got Sam Darnold here. He's got mono, which we can't joke about. You can't joke about it. Above the fold, the 2004 draft class is dead. Ben Roethlisberger and Eli Manning. Obviously, they were two of the best quarterbacks 2004 draft. One of them is out for the season. One of them has been benched. Feels like the end of something, but this is a good thing. There was an era, I call it the forever quarterback era. It's an important era of football. It lasted essentially from 2004 until this week. Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger. You still have remnants of it. Drew Brees is now out for 6 weeks, not being put on IR, but it's really important that he's basically going to miss half the season with a ligament injury. Aaron Rodgers still around. He was drafted in 2005. Phillip Rivers still around. Don't know how much he has left. Tom Brady will win the Super Bowl forever. Having said that, these two players being removed from the conversation is very important because it leads, obviously, to a changing of the guard in the NFL. Mayfield, Lamar, Mahomes, Deshaun Watson. That is what football is now. More dynamic, more exciting. We just spent 15 years being like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. We get Alex Smith versus Eli Manning. This weekend, we get Chiefs versus Ravens. Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes. What's more exciting than that? Primetime games dominated by people like Ben Roethlisberger and Eli Manning. Get them out of here. Congratulations on your success. Congratulations in both cases on your $200 million. Eli Manning made more money than anyone in the history of football. $252 million. That is half the budget for this show. This weekend, there will be 18 quarterbacks age 26 or younger. That is remarkable. That is exciting. Having said that, Patriots are winning the Super Bowl. My producer got mono at church camp, and 10 years ago, 20 years ago? 15 years ago? Eli Manning gets drafted. Ben Roethlisberger gets drafted. A whole new era of football starts, and Jason Gallagher is making out at church camp. Other headlines, Drew Brees out for 6 weeks. This is sort of the same story as the one before, which is you take a bet on old quarterbacks and sometimes that bet doesn't work. Here's what I find interesting. The Saints played this right. They understood they had a very old quarterback who was historically productive. So you plan on two fronts. Number one, you plan to go all in on this particular quarterback because he and Michael Thomas have one of the best connections in the history of football. They were completing about 90% of their passes at one point to each other last year. That's very good. The offense is built around Brees. But the second thing you do is plan on not having that quarterback. That's what happens when old quarterbacks get old. The Saints planned to not only have Teddy Bridgewater, the highest paid backup quarterback in the league, but they also had Taysom Hill as sort of a gadget player. They can change the offense a little bit. They can sort of figure out what's going forward. And I still think the Saints have a puncher's chance in the NFC South. The Saints are a lesson to the entire league on how to go all in on your old quarterback whose career could end at any time, but also have backup plans to where you're not wasting your team if he goes down. Because they go down sometimes. They get old. People get old. People get old. We are nothing but dust in the wind. No, that's so basic.
You're wearing a f***ing bomber jacket.
You are wearing sneakers, a flannel, and a white shirt. How is a bomber basic? Dennis Rodman.
Yep, he's still out there.
Mark Titus, college basketball expert.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Expert.
Former college basketball player.
I did.
Browns fan.
I'm a Browns fan.
So you got Baker Mayfield, you got Odell Beckham.
We have them, yes.
You and I.
Yes.
What are your expectations for this team?
I think they have to win the division at this point now that Roethlisberger's out. And I know the Ravens are like the only team that can beat them, right, in the division? Is this true?
Why is it news that rage is destroying us?
My question to you is this. As someone who, your shtick has become like the Patriots are winning the Super Bowl, none of this shit matters. So this year, the Patriots are more inevitable than ever, it feels like. What are you doing as a guy who has to get out there and dish out the takes and keep it nice and spicy? How are you upping your stakes?
I don't think there is a reason to. You just get louder. And so now instead of just saying like the Patriots win the Super Bowl, I'm just like, the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl. And you just say the same thing, which is slightly different.
You're not going undefeated on us?
Belichick, the last time they won undefeated, they lost in the Super Bowl. I think that he's in his own head about that. He's going to start throwing games.
Yeah.
Maybe Belichick's jiu-jitsu here. Tank the game against the Dolphins. Get the Dolphins out of the first overall pick. Get Tua out of the division.
This would be great.
Get the loss on the schedule so that then you can win the Super Bowl because you're not in your own head about the undefeated stuff.
I like this. This is great. This is from the Tom Izzo playbook. How have we reached a point where it feels like there are only like 7 or 8 quarterbacks that are competent? Like, how are the 7 or 8 that are great not making like $200 million a year? Like there are 8 people in a world of 7 billion that can do this job.
It's all strangely about leverage. Like we discussed on the show earlier. Eli Manning made $250 million in his career, more than anybody else in the history of football. Even though Eli Manning
is number 1?
He's number 1
all time.
Even though, I mean, to be clear, and what's strange that $250 million is about what you get if you go to play at Duke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Horoscopes. Hey.
Can I preface this? I was not aware of. I mean, I knew of. What astrology, is that what we call it? Which one's the good one? Which one's the real science and which one? Astrology is the fake.
The zodiac stuff.
Astronomy is the real one. Yeah, okay. So basically, I'm in on this. Tell me where my life is headed here.
Cancer, you may be of the opinion that certain aims and ambitions are beyond you. That no matter how hard you strive, your efforts will always fall short. But that isn't true. Raise your thinking and then raise your game, and very soon you'll be flying higher.
This goes hand in hand with Tate leaving me on the OSP, I think. I think that's what that means.
Well, also,
it's like, this is great.
I'm a Libra. You've never been the sort to solve your problems by running away from them, and in recent weeks have made heroic efforts to face up to a number of painful issues. Working with Jason Gallagher.
Yeah.
All right, Club Kevin. Dr. Andrew Giacono. He's a plastic surgeon, normally, but I'll be damned if he didn't save a woman on a plane. He gives unrivaled rhinoplasty, according to page 6 here. Named the best plastic surgeon in America by Harper's Bazaar, if you need some stuff, which I think you do. He specializes in mini facelifts, nose jobs, and eyelid lifts. Which of those would you prefer?
I was about to ask you.
I probably need an eyelid lift.
I would get calf implants if I could get any plastic surgery done.
I actually don't have a problem with that.
With calf implants?
Yeah. No. Like, I don't have a calf problem. Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
You're the guy. You're on the cat. You just hit the calf raises when you go to the gym.
Yeah, I have a normal body. Okay. Candy vapes. You must be kidding.
Tough most of the paper.
Oh, come on!
Did you not see that?
No!
All right, good stuff.
What are your thoughts on that guy?